Hello to yet another session of AfriMoms. Guess what, guys? We are on episode 10. Oh, where has time gone? I am Samugumbi and I am your host. You know what? Listen, sit back, relax. Today, if you want to know about kids transport or you want to know about consulting, tell me, do you want to know about training? You're the woman that I've got today wears many umbrellas and she's still a good wife. And she still gives us nuggets about marriage. I don't know how she does it. But hey, welcome, my friend, a good friend of mine that I got in the Lord, guys. I am a Christian. Welcome. Let us know where you're tuning in from. But let's welcome our guest. Welcome, Taki.
Hi, Samu. Thanks for having me. I'm good, thanks.
That's nice. Taki, I don't want to tell them where you're from. You are going to tell them where you're from. But you know what? Before we even start, what's a fun thing that we need to know about you?
Fun. Somebody who's scared of pain?
Yes.
Yeah, no, I can't do. In school, I'll even sleep in class.
Yet you do with Nicholas.
Unfortunately, I do, but not on me.
Wow. Yeah. Welcome, Taki.
Then I'm gentle. When I'm dealing with them, I'm very gentle.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Take it on. Welcome. Please let us know who you are, where you're from, and yeah, just who is this Taki who is afraid of pain?
Okay, my name is Takie Muditambi. In full is Takarani. They always call me Sesame, but yeah, my name is Takarani, and I'm from South Africa, born and bred in Limpopo province. I'm a daughter with 5 brothers, and I'm a mom of 2 boys, and somebody who just love life. I just love life.
Wow! Yeah. Wow!
That's me in short.
So you're not a wife?
Oh. How did I get the boys? Sorry about that. Yes, and I'm a wife to Bay. Yeah. And a sister to every girlfriend that I meet because I don't have sisters.
I'm one of them, guys. I'm one of them.
Yes. Adopted someone, thank you.
You know what? What I'm laughing about is like, you know, a lot of women, whenever they introduce themselves, they say, I'm Mrs. And there you are saying, I'm a daughter. I'm like, who introduces themselves and say they're a daughter?
That's where it all starts. And you know, yes,
I love that.
The Bay is just part of me. You know, I don't even see it as an achievement. It's just one of those things that, you know, found me on my path.
That's it. Yeah. Anyway, you know what? That's a subject for another day because I do a lot of talks about having our identity as women. But today we are here to talk about this consulting, this kids transport, this training. You just blew my mind, Taki. Please tell me the nature of your business. What is your business name? What are you doing? You know, you're a woman in business in Africa, in South Africa, all the way from Limpopo. What are you doing?
Basically by profession, I'm a medical scientist, and that's where the quality bug got me. I believe my life slogan is good quality of life. And with good quality of life comes a lot of things. And if you don't have the right help at the right places, you're not gonna get it. Some people believe that they can't even achieve it, but I've proven through my own life and testimony that you can achieve it. And as a result, all the principles that I learned while working in a medical laboratory, I applied it in my personal life, and I used that to actually start my coaching business. Then it was not a registered company, and I've been doing that my whole life. In the year 2010, I was completing my MBA, and with that, the position that I was in was so junior that I was not going to be able to apply the MBA work that I've just accomplished. And as a result, I started my own company. In that company, I literally do everything that has to do with quality of life. And the first thing that I started with as a young mom, I think my boys were then 1 and 3 years. I decided that I need to train domestic workers because I feel for mothers that are working, they need to have somebody who's well, competent to do what they're doing, to be there on their behalf when they're not there. And that's where really everything started. And I grew the business within the domestic field that way, to a point that when my boys were older, I struggled with transport, and I realized I can't just entrust them with anybody. I wanted a company that has got all the quality aspects in place, and there was none in where I was staying. So I had to start a business like that, where it's really groomed for kids, and everything about it is to care for the children.
Okay.
And as I was progressing as well in my career, I do quality audits professionally already for some international accreditation bodies, and then realized there was a need in the field for me to do that part-time, or not using my own company. And we opened the quality consulting wing of Limtayo PTY. So in short, that's what I do.
And she says, in short, ladies. I told you guys, you got to sit back and relax and wait for it, And what I'm realizing from you, Taki, is that from what you went through as someone would call a pain or a challenge, you created businesses out of them.
Yes.
So I won't even ask you the question, how did this all come about? Because you have just you have just nailed it. But you know what? What I'm getting from you is you are child oriented or family oriented. How come is how do I phrase it? Why is it like that?
Remember, I spoke about my motto in life is good quality of life.
Yeah.
And life, it stems with the balance of one person, and it starts at home. And the family is the center of everything. You get quality of life at work, you'll get quality of life in everything that you do. So for me, I love the family unit, and I believe in kids being raised in a family unit that protects them from the environment, and also equip them for for life, or for wherever they're gonna be. And as a young child myself, I was fortunate enough or blessed to be raised by parents that used principles in me that really groomed me to be what I am today. I was, I think, 9 when I went to boarding school, and that shaped me in a marvelous way, because I believe I'm an international citizen because of that experience, where you are aware of your parents, but you're still responsible, and you still continue with the values that you were taught at home. And I've seen it work for me, and I've seen it work for women and other girls that I've mentored over the years. And once you are well groomed at home, whether with through your marriage, relationship with siblings, relationship with the communities, or even the churches that one finds themselves, it's easy for you to excel in any place. I mean, I always hear people say, when you're on top, people in corporate are not happy. I'm happy. When I, people will tell you about a lot of challenges that come with being on top. I don't feel it, because I think I've got it all balanced, and I'm where God wants me to be. So that's really where it all comes from.
So it's having that balance, it's having that grooming. Like for those guys, if you're following me or if you haven't, please go and check me on my Facebook. I teach a lot about children, the grooming of children, and being present in their lives. That's what I'm getting from you, Taki, that your parents were there, and that's why you even said you are a daughter.
Yeah, I'm a daughter first. I'm that parent that at this age, if I'm writing an exam, I still call mommy. Mommy, I'm going to write tomorrow.
Oh, wow, God. Oh, wow.
That's where it comes from. I remember growing up, I think I was in high school. My dad was not very learned, but even in university, if I say I'm writing and he comes back and see the paper, he'll still take it. Let me see, how was it about? And for me, that gave me so much confidence that I've got support. And I knew they don't even know what I'm talking about, but that support for me, it still carries me today. So yeah, I still call mommy.
women, listen, we are going to have this conversation with Takie besides the business that we're talking about today, because you're touching my heart right now, because that's what I'm all about. That's why even this channel is called AfriMoms, African mompreneurs. You are a mom before you are an entrepreneur. And if you get it right at home, then we are creating the legacy that we need to build for our children. But you know what? We can talk and talk. Listen, what are some of the challenges that you've had to overcome in building your business? I know that it has been there, it has stood the test of time, but along the way, what are some of the challenges that even us as women, wherever we're watching from, that we can learn from?
I think the main challenge for me was because what I did was more passion than business. In the beginning, I struggled to differentiate or to even explain what I do. So that was a problem, because no matter how passionate you are about a thing, there's still corporate language. One had to learn about corporate language and how to present yourself in the corporate. So for me, that was a challenge, because I had to remove the two. And as it is, it forced me to do a lot of things by myself, which is caused a lot of burnouts and a lot of, unhealthy sleepless nights, until I could detach from the business and from me as a person, and obviously allow people in. I started obviously employing certain people to do certain tasks, and only when I win off, I could get then the satisfaction and to know that I've really achieved them. Now I've graduated, to say this thing is not a passion anymore. As a result, again, because it was so much of a passion, I'll do services for free, because I just love doing what I do. And there's no invoice and people don't pay, and it's okay. And so that's one of the challenges. And another thing was getting support from people that you thought will support you. You know, when you do business, you already have your customers in your head.
Yes.
Those customers were not the customers, and it pained me,
Wow.
Until I realized, don't do business for certain people. Do business because God will bring the customers. And over the years, this is where we are at now. So yeah.
Wow. Wow. Like guys, I've told you guys that today we are power packed. So let me link that question to, what do you know now that you wished you had known before?
I actually do not believe in that phrase, that I need to know something that I should have known. Everything has got stages. If you know everything when you don't need it, it will not add value. So it's okay to learn new things as things goes. What I know now, if I knew it then, it would have been useless. I'll actually telling you this. I remember when I actually registered for my MBA. The first time I went into the class, it was many, many years ago. I was a young 23-year-old, very ambitious, thinking I've got it, I'm gonna do it. And not knowing that the prerequisite, no, I was 21, I'm lying, I was 21. The prerequisite for it was 23. It didn't make sense. Wow. I mean, why are they putting an age to it? I'm already in management. I need this, I'm gonna do it. And they did not allow me into the class. And I obviously left it. 10 years later, when I did the course and they allowed me in, it made sense why I was not ready to get into class in 23. So that taught me this question that you're asking me. There's nothing that you know now that you should have known then. It was not relevant then.
Oh, wow. That's so profound. Let me go back to one of your businesses. You deal with kids transport. For a woman out there who is struggling with the transport for their kids, and who is like me, saying, oh, I'm cautious of who takes my kids, and they want to start this business, what do they need to do? And how did you start it up?
My journey is very funny, but anyhow, it started with the coaching in me, and me believing in other people and wanting them to become something. I was a busy mom. I traveled a lot. So I would take my kids to school every day, pick them up. But when the going became very hectic, I couldn't do it. Then I found one mommy with a husband who was struggling. They had a car. but they could not really maintain it. So I said to them, okay, I've got an offer for you. You can take my kids to school and I will pay relevant, at least you'll have something in the pocket. Then they agreed and they will take my kids. Over time, when people ask me, what are you doing? And I'm like, with your kids, I'm like, no, I've got transport. I've got my car. I've got my driver. I was
you're the driver.
I've got my driver, my personal driver.
Yes.
And people are like, okay, can you take my kid? Then I had a second child, then the third child. But I'm doing this now with somebody's car, which one day can just drop me and they'll drop me. One day they just drop me, they've got their own personal things and I got into trouble. And as a result, I had to buy my own first car, which will then accommodate all these kids. And that's where the whole thing started. We are now sitting at about over 60 kids.
Look at that. Look at that. It started with her looking for somebody and trying to equip somebody. And now they've got over 60 kids that they're maintaining. But this business comes with its challenges and everything. How are your customer relations? How are you maintaining your relations with your customers?
My customers, because these ones are ordained, they're not ordinary customers. When I started, I picked up that the challenges that I have, there might be a mom as well like me who probably has, similar issues or trust issues. And I targeted those people. Actually, executives. Majority of our kids are really, the parents are executives, parents that have got multiple cars in their yards, but they can't take their kids home. And because of God opening that door for me into this women's life, I could then see beyond. For me, it's beyond the kids. I picked up a lot of family issues. Then the counseling thing in me pops in. The marriage vitamins thing in me pops in. And every time I pray that God brings a woman that needs me, not transport. And I promise you, 80% of them, they don't come. They come thinking they're coming for transport, but they get, the whole package. Oh, yeah.
Oh, here we are, Limtayo.
To an point, one thing that I will share as well, these mummies are so busy that when the kids are closing at school or there's a holiday or anything, they won't phone the school, they'll phone me. When are the kids closing? When is that extramural happening? And I'm like, okay, Lord, I asked for this. So let me be that second mom to all these kids. So yeah, that's what it is.
Here's a woman who is second mom to 60 kids. I think I need to bring my kids. I know they're far. I think I need to bring my kids. Wow.
Yeah, but I love it. I can't complain, really. I love it.
You love it. I mean, it's stepping into your calling. It's stepping into your alignment, what God meant for you. And I know you're out there, Mom, you're out there, you're watching me. What is your calling? What is it that God has called you to do? Because yes, we do our businesses, but there's some struggle. Guys, I'm having fun here. You look at me and say, what is someone doing? I'm having fun. I'm in my place of calling and I'm loving meeting new people. I would love to meet you too as well. But here is Taki, who is in her space, in her calling. And you're talking about counseling and stuff. I want to find out, so do you offer do you have mentees? Do you offer training? How is that structured? Because you say training, and I don't know what training you're talking about there. Let's talk about that.
Okay, obviously training, I do training on the professional level of the quality management and lab issues, the scientific world. But I also groom unskilled laborers, people that probably finished school, not even in a matric, and they want to get into the workforce. I train them to sell whatever skill that they have or services that they have and equip them with the industry. For example, if it's cleaning or corporate cleaning, you teach them how to do it, and then some do get help them to get certificates so that they can at least have a skill and they know how to market it out there. Domestic workers, I think they're the least people in this world that people, especially in South Africa, people never believe that those domestic workers can be trained. I train them to know that the skill that they're giving, even the madam themselves don't have it. So they need to, be grateful for it, and they need to market it well. They need to even know how to negotiate for their own salaries or their working terms, teaching them about labor law, things like that. And I do have mentees, obviously on a professional level, spiritual level, and otherwise. And over the years, there are women that have groomed, and we're growing together. And it's wonderful to see what they're accomplishing, even their own families with their own kids. And I've been having mentees since I was at school.
Wow. I won't even ask how you find these unskilled laborers. I won't even ask. Guys, do I need to ask her? I don't think so.
They're everywhere. They just need somebody to believe in them.
Nah. Wow.
Yes.
You know what? I'm enjoying this. Ladies, I'm going to leave a link below. I'm going to put all her details for you to get in touch with her. You might be out there and saying, I need to find work. I need to do something. You want training, or you're a woman who says, I want to start what she started, or you just want to connect with her because you've heard her saying that the women come for kids, but they're actually coming for themselves. You know what? I connected with her. It was for me. Like, guys, it's for me. So, well, Taki, do you do any advertising for this? Because I don't think you do. But anyway, you let me know. Do you do any advertising? Do you have any marketing strategies that you use for your businesses?
Not a lot. It has always been referrals, and because I'm full-time at work, I am an executive at work. So because of that, I cannot market too much because it will take me away, or I won't have enough time. So I make it enough for the time that I have, and God has been faithful that I've got enough to do. Yeah.
Amen.
But
Amen.
same applies with the kids. I mean, you market to a certain level. I've got a few cars. So I'll only start marketing when I've got an extra car, because you need to market when you've got room for the growth that God is going to give you. But we are on Facebook. Yes, I'm not very active in the business in Facebook. Our website is also there. You can check it out. But yeah.
Wow. You know what? I've enjoyed more than you who's watching at home. But on a lighter note, what's your favorite destination for holiday?
Holiday. Funny enough, I love traveling, hey?
I know you do. That's why the question. Because I did ask about books, because I know you like traveling.
Yeah, and if you call about books, you open the whole library. I think I've enjoyed a lot of places over the years. And the one place that I would really want to go back to, is Miami.
Oh, Miami. Oh, please don't leave me.
I would love to
Don't
go
leave me. Don't leave me. Okay, on that note, while we're watching our time, I just want you to just share with the ladies in Africa. I know you've got your holidays. I've adopted your holidays, those ones for you, for what? Please tell us about them before I say them out.
Oh, Samu, you're giving away my life. Anyway, because I love holidaying, I love to relax, and I like seeing new places. So in a year, part of my balance space or time that I
good quality of life.
Good quality of life. As a girl, once a year, I get a vacation just for me and myself alone. And then I do one for me and Bay, that's my husband. And then I do one for the husband and the kids. And I do one with girlfriends, which is called a prayer retreat, where we'll go away and just pray for a weekend. And then I do one with the girls. Again, I call it a sisterhood retreat as well, where we just go play out and have so much fun. So at least those 5 must happen. It can be any place. It can even be local. Normally when I'm with the girls, we try to accommodate as many women as possible, and it must be costly so that everybody, cost effective so that people can afford. And over the years, again, I pray for these retreats that God bring the women that need this session now. And every session, every year, there's always something to bring back home. And yeah, we've done a couple of those.
Wow, ladies, I need to come to one of like 2022. Those are what is there on the like. That's what is on my schedule to say myself, my husband, the kids. What and with me, what I've included is I need to date my children. So I'm going to take them out individually, the three of them. So I'll give them three options. They choose where they want to go, and I go with them. Just the attention with them, me and them. So that's what I've added to your holiday.
That one works. Some I will testify tomorrow. I already have got a date. I've got a massage with my little one.
Exactly. You see what I mean,
Beautiful.
ladies?
It's small things. Even just going for ice cream, just the two of us is enough.
Yes.
It doesn't have to be expensive.
Wow. Ladies, here we are. We are here. We've done it. An African mompreneur who is an executive, but still doing her business, her consulting, her kids transport, training people, training in the corporate and training even the unskilled laborers. We had Taki. We had Taki, guys, and I am Samugumbi, your host. Taki, I don't know if you've got a question for me before we close. Let me know.
Where do you get your energy, my friend? I want some.
Guys, she was asking me about energy, and she was talking about the prayer retreat. I told you guys, I am a child of God before I'm anybody else. So let me show you. Even on my desk, I'm not reaching. You see, I'm not even going far. This, you know, I don't. If you don't have a Bible like this, I think I don't know how, because this is me. This is where I get my energy from.
That's things I can afford that.
And having the quality of life, and you know, being positive. I don't like being sad. And my children know, even when they see me, they're like, mommy, what's wrong? Because I've always, I grew up in a family of 12 from 10 mothers. And the Christ in me came to liberate me. I'm an African child, guys. That's why I do this African mompreneur. I understand where you are. I understand your situation. I've been there and I'm coming from there. But I have risen and I've said, I won't stay down there. And God has just been faithful and has connected me to women like Taki to even help me along the way in my journey. That's where I get my energy from Jesus Christ. If you don't know Jesus, contact me. I'll link you up. Come on, look at this. We are doing business now. We're talking Christ. That's me. Taki, thank you so much. I appreciate you for coming on board on our 10th episode.
Thank you, Samu. It was lovely chatting to you. Thank you.
You're welcome, guys. Stay tuned. Please look forward to another. We are releasing these episodes every week. We talk to two women all over Africa. And if you are there, come on, get on board. Come, let's talk. Like, subscribe, and share this video. Having said that, Samugumi is my name and smiling is my trademark. Bye, guys.